At age 75, many people begin to accept a sad truth. The body grows weaker, memory fades, and vitality seems to retreat like the sun setting at the end of the day. But is that truly inevitable? Is old age simply a waiting game, watching time quietly take away everything we once had? Not necessarily. In a small clinic in Florida, a doctor was stunned as he reviewed the health results of 76-year-old Dorothy. "You know," he said quietly, "your internal organs function like someone in their early 60s." And Dorothy smiled gently and replied, "I just do the simple things, every day, consistently." But those simple things were exactly the habits many people had long abandoned. And they're also the very habits that gave Dorothy an extra decade of vibrant life. You see, reaching 75 doesn't mean it's all too late. In fact, those who age the healthiest aren't always the ones with rare genes. They're often the ones who hold on to a few very ordinary, very human habits that turn out to be incredibly powerful. Today, Senior Life 365 will walk with you through 5 simple yet surprisingly powerful habits. And if you're still doing these at age 75, you're part of a rare group of people aging in a remarkable way. You might even outlive your peers by a whole decade. And if you haven't developed all of these habits yet, don't worry. Each section of this video isn't just a reminder, it's also a gentle guide to help you start fresh, beginning today. The fact that you're still here, still interested in your health and your sense of purpose, that alone is already a beautiful sign. So stay with us until the end of this video, because sometimes just one small change could open the door to 10 more years of health, independence, and a life truly worth living. 1. You still wake up at the same time every morning and greet the day proactively. No alarm clock, no one reminding you. If you are still able to wake up at the same time every morning, consistently, every day, then congratulations, your body is still operating with a balanced and strong internal clock, something most people over 70 have already lost. Take the story of Mr. Thomas, 77, who lives alone in Colorado. Every morning at 6:30, he wakes up not in a rush, not groggy, but with a sense of calm purpose. Brewing coffee, opening the window, walking around the neighborhood. "I don't like sleeping in," he says, "because I don't want to miss that gentle morning light. It reminds me I'm still alive." According to research from Harvard University, seniors who maintain an early rising habit and follow a stable daily rhythm are 40% less likely to develop Alzheimer's, and they experience significantly lower risks of depression. Why is that? Because when you maintain a routine, you're shielding your nervous system from the chaos that often comes with aging. You're sending a message to your body, we still have a purpose, we still have a reason to wake up. If your sleep has become irregular, if you're drowsy all day and restless at night, don't worry, just start with a small action. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier each day for a week. Then, create a simple morning ritual. A cup of tea, soft music, or just opening the window to let the light in. A proactive morning can create a healthy day, and many healthy days can build a strong, steady, old age. So if you're still waking up consistently at age 75 or you're walking a path very few elders have the willpower to stay on, don't brush it off as something small. Recognize it as a quiet but powerful victory. 2. You still cook for yourself every day, not out of obligation, but because you want to care for yourself. Never underestimate the simple act of standing in your kitchen, choosing ingredients, flipping a piece of fish, adding a dash of seasoning, setting the table, and sitting down to eat with intention. For someone over 75, if you still do this with purpose and joy, your body is telling the world, I'm still alive and I still want to live with dignity. Take the story of Louise, 79, from Michigan. After her husband passed away, she often skipped meals, grabbing a piece of bread or ordering fast food because eating alone didn't feel worth it. But after a medical checkup revealed early signs of malnutrition, she made a decision. "I started cooking again, not because I was hungry," she shared, "but because I deserve a warm, proper meal." Now, every evening, she prepares a simple dish, lights a small candle, plays classical music, and enjoys dinner as if she were the guest of honor in her own home. Geriatric nutrition experts agree. Seniors over 75 who continue cooking daily tend to maintain healthier metabolisms, manage blood sugar more effectively, and reduce the risk of muscle loss and cognitive decline. Why? Because cooking is not just about nutrition. It's a beautiful combination of physical movement, mental engagement, and emotional care. If you haven't been in the kitchen for a while, start with something small. A simple soup, a breakfast of eggs and toast. It doesn't need to be elaborate, just something made by your own hands for your own well-being. Because cooking for yourself at this age isn't just a skill. It's a quiet, powerful affirmation that you're still choosing to love yourself every single day. 3. You still maintain a daily walking habit, not because you have to, but because your body urges you to move. At age 75, maintaining a daily walking habit isn't just about exercise. It's a sign of vitality, a quiet yet powerful statement that says, I'm still in control, I still own my legs, my breath, and my life. There's a Harold 78 from Portland is a perfect example. Every morning at 6 a.m., he puts on a light jacket and walks along a tree-lined street that bursts with red maple leaves in the fall. When asked why he's kept up this habit for nearly 20 years, he simply smiled and said, as long as I can still walk, I feel like I'm truly alive. The amazing part, even past 75, Harold doesn't use a cane, can still climb short staircases, and has never been hospitalized for any major chronic illness. According to a study from Harvard University, seniors over 75 who walk at least 30 minutes a day have a 35% lower risk of heart disease, nearly half the risk of depression, and an average life expectancy that's 710 years longer than their peers. Why is walking so important? Because it's not just about physical movement. It's a daily reminder to yourself that you're still moving forward, one step at a time. Each breath, each footstep, holds the strength of your muscles, the flexibility of your nervous system, and the perseverance that aging quietly asks of you each day. If you don't yet have a walking routine, don't wait for something grand to start. Begin with a few laps around your yard, or just step onto your balcony and take a deep breath. And if there's a path you used to love walking, return to it. That road is still waiting for you. 4. You still maintain a healthy eating habit, not out of obligation, but because you know your body deserves to be nourished properly. Eleanor, 76, lives alone in Colorado Springs after her husband passed away. In the early days of living by herself, she often ordered pizza, drank soda, and snacked on cookies just to keep herself company. But one day, after climbing just a few steps and becoming so winded she felt dizzy, she asked herself, what am I doing to this body? That simple question sparked a quiet but profound transformation. Eleanor began reading books on senior nutrition, enrolled in a basic cooking class for people living alone, and most importantly, she started listening to her body. Her breakfasts shifted from pastries to oatmeal with flax seeds. She swapped tea bags for self-brewed herbal infusions. Dinner now included greens, salmon, or slow-cooked root vegetable soups. Each meal for her became a small ritual of self-love. The results came slowly but clearly. 6 months later, her blood pressure stabilized, she began sleeping deeper, and her morning fatigue disappeared. But what touched her most deeply was when her granddaughter ran up, hugged her tightly, and said, "Grandma, you smell like cinnamon and oranges now, not like the hospital anymore." Multiple studies confirm seniors who maintain a healthy diet after age 70 lower their risk of heart disease by up to 40% and extend their average life expectancy by 7 to 10 years compared to those with poor dietary habits. But more importantly, it improves quality of life. Less pain, less fatigue, more energy, and greater independence. And if you're reading this and still feel like eating healthy is a burden, remember, every spoonful of soup you cook for yourself, every time you choose vegetables over something fried, is a quiet message to your body. I want to live longer. I still cherish myself. Perfection isn't required. All it takes is one better choice today than yesterday. That kind, consistent act, even in small doses, is what helps you not just live longer, but live well. 5. You still maintain a sense of curiosity even about the smallest things, because you believe the brain needs exercise just like the body. Franklin, 75 years old, was a truck driver for 40 years. After retiring, he felt life slowing down, perhaps a bit too quiet. But then, one day, while helping his grandson with a math assignment on a tablet, he fumbled so much that he burst out laughing, and his grandson laughed too, not in mockery, but as an invitation. "Grandpa, do you want to try learning?" And that was how it all started. Every day, he spent 20 minutes learning a new skill. Some days it was using email, others it was playing Sudoku, and gradually he learned how to type with 10 fingers. By his 76th birthday, Franklin posted his very first photo on Facebook with the caption, "I don't fully understand it all, but I'm learning." Curiosity and learning are no longer just for the young. In fact, older adults who continue to nurture the habit of learning, whether it's cooking a new dish, practicing meditation, growing cucumbers, or simply reading a book they never thought they'd read, are shown to maintain stronger neural connections and reduce the risk of Alzheimer's by up to 50%, according to research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society. You don't need to learn a new language or earn a college degree at 80. Just ask yourself, what am I curious about today? And begin with one small step. Because the brain, like the heart, when it's still excited, is still healthy and alive. Franklin once said something that left many young people silent. "I don't learn because I have to. I learn because when I'm learning, I feel like I'm still growing, not just getting old." And that is the spirit that Senior Life 365 wants to spread. Age does not limit our ability to grow, only fear does that. So what about you? Today, have you learned something new, no matter how small, to nourish the youthful spirit within yourself? Dear friend, if you can still go for a walk every morning, still drink enough water, still open your window to welcome the morning sunlight, if you can still remember the aroma of your morning coffee, still feel moved when reading a handwritten letter, still learn something new every week, then you're not like most people at age 75. You are living consciously. You are resisting aging through your own will, through every kind act toward your body and soul. Because aging is not a sentence, it's a journey, and we can choose how we walk it. Some let the years carry them away, but others, like you, choose to live mindfully, to cherish every peaceful morning, every steady step, every full breath. And if you've made it this far in the video, know this: you are walking the path of the strong. Those who do not give up, do not surrender, but choose to live 10 more years, not just existing, but living healthily, independently, and meaningfully. Leave a comment below and tell us, how many of these 5 habits are you still maintaining? Or if not yet, where will you begin? Your comment isn't just motivation for yourself. It can inspire thousands of others who are quietly trying to find a more positive way to live. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell, because here at Senior Life 365, every week we bring you practical, healing, and trustworthy content to help you navigate aging with strength, gentleness, and love. Because longevity is not just about how many years you live, it's about the quality of each year you have left. You deserve the most wonderful years starting today.